Hello fellow Chimerians, Zain here, and welcome to a Fortnite Analysis video where I'm about to analyze a very interesting character that came to the Fortnite island known as Zain. And all of you may be wondering, what makes this character so interesting? Well, his story actually takes place before the mini-event even started. Not to mention, when Dr. Doom was fighting Mephisto to reclaim his mother's soul, and after we neutralize Emma Frost from the raft. So yeah, his story is pretty interesting. So with that said, let's get started. In part 1, Arrival, Zain's story begins at the raft, saying this: Captain Zain of the Starlight Hunt, putting out a signal on all frequencies, what is my location? So it seems that Zain is working with an organization known as the Starlight Hunt, and he wants to know what his location is, but he didn't get a proper answer, which is very unfortunate. So after collecting all the Starlight tokens around the raft, he says the following: This place is strange, but whatever war is being fought here, I have my own to get back to. So what is this line telling us? Well, it seems that Zain is in a war against an unknown enemy to us. But he knows who the enemy is, but I guess he doesn't want to reveal them just yet. It seems that this war we're against Doom is quite almost similar to his war against, again, an unknown enemy he's fighting against. So, sooner or later, he will finally tell us what the enemy was that he's fighting with. So, it'll be a very interesting experience for this guy. So with that said, time to move on to the second part of Zain's story. In part 2, Search, Zain's journey continues at Redline Rig at the Wasteland, stating this following: Captain Zain to the Hive. Update: I am collecting tech salvage to repair my space hopper. So it seems that Zain came to Redline Rig to salvage the abandoned tech left behind by the machinist at Redline Rig to repair his space hopper. And after collecting the starter tokens around Redline Rig, he says this following: The rest of the Elytra squad, there's no sign of them or the enemy here. Except for the locals, I'm alone. So, what is this line telling us? Well, it seems that Zain notices that the rest of his squad, known as the Elytra squad, or the enemy that he's fighting against, are not even on the island. And he sees us, the locals, around here. And he sees that he's all alone now. So with that very sad and depressing display out of the way, time to move on to the third part of Zain's story. In part 3, Craft, Zain's journey continues at Brawler's Battleground, salvaging for more tech to repair his space hopper, saying this following sentence: Captain Zain to the Hive. No sign of the Akari presence on this world. Still working to return to the front. So, we finally were able to find out what the enemy that Zain is fighting against. They're known as the Akari, an enemy towards the Hive, which is very, very something and interesting. He then sees that the presence are not on the island, which is a good sign. And after collecting the Starlight tokens around Brawler's Battleground, he says this: The tech I'm piecing together might be able to give me back. Keep my spine in the canteen warm. So what is this line telling us? Well, first off, this line is pretty hilarious for him to say. But it seems that all the pieces of the tech that he finds from Redline Rig and Brawler's Battleground are able for him to get back to the front of the war against the Akari. And the tech that he found in Brawler's Battleground is no other than the tech that was still abandoned by the Society. I still am wondering why they didn't take that stuff back, but whatever then. So with that out of the way, it's time to move on to the final part of Zain's story. In part 4, Departure, Zain's story ends at, surprisingly, Castle Doom. Saying this, Captain Zain on all frequencies. Good luck in your war against this Doom. So it seems that Zain doesn't know who Dr. Doom is. I mean, makes sense. The guy just was on the island for a while and he doesn't get the full context of what's going on here, but can't really blame him, right? So after collecting the Starlight tokens around Castle Doom, he says this following. I'm returning to my own war, but if you find yourself in my system, you have an ally among the Starlight Hunt. So what's his line telling us? Well, Zain is telling us to not only good luck against Doom, but it seems that he's returning back home to fight against the Ikari. That way, him and the Starlight Hunt can finally have a very happy ending of their own when he returns to the Hive to fight against them. And we all know what happens after when Zain departed. Dr. Doom was defeated by Mephisto, and the mini-event started. So let's just say Zain had a very, very interesting experience on the island. Which is, all of us can see, a very, very happy light for his story. He's going to go home, and if we find ourselves in his star system, we have an ally among the Starlight Hunters, which means that Zain may still be an ally to us very soon in the future, when we find ourselves in his star system. So, with Zain now returning back to the Hive, everything's all good for him. Including us as well, since we did defeat Dr. Doom during the whole event. So with that said, thank you all so much for watching this Fortnite analysis video. Comment down below what your favorite things about Fortnite, creativity by players, Fortnite Reload, or its new game mode Ranked. Comment down below what your favorite Marvel superhero, anti-hero, and supervillain. And don't forget to write in comments why you like those characters. Subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos from me. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye!